This is not uncommon to see black bears in rural Virginia.
But it may have come as a shock to a driver who hit one along Oceana Boulevard today. It's the fourth bear sighting in 3 weeks in Virginia Beach. And 10 on your side's Anita Blanton talked to Game and Inland Fisheries about whether or not we should be alarmed. Anita?
Well, they say, Nicole and Tom, that this is a more frequent occurrence than they're used to being made aware of around this time of year in Virginia Beach especially. But the bears aren't typically aggressive or dangerous, so they also say we shouldn't be in fear. They liken those that we've seen recently to teenagers being a little lost and trying to find their way.
When you think of driving down Oceana Boulevard, you certainly factor in the possibility of congestion, maybe even a roadblock, but not a 250-pound bear. However,
they do move through that area. Bears are moving around a lot this time of year.
Pete Alker with Game and Inland Fisheries says May and June are peak active months for Virginia's estimated 17,000 black bears.
They're not the predator that a lot of times people think they are. They eat a lot of vegetation, berries, fruit.
They're mating, and he says this is also the time when yearling male cubs get kicked out of the camp. So some of them may be a little disoriented, finding their way on their own.
A lot of the prime bear habitat is already taken up by older, mature bears who make these young guys kind of bounce around and sometimes end up in places like a neighborhood.
Close enough for those near 264 and First Colonial Road a week ago, or here at Birdneck Road and Hope Avenue, where one was spotted just the day before. And a week before that, a small black bear was seen wandering through the Cape Henry Towers apartments in Chicks Beach. One of those bears disappeared into the woods. The other two had to be tranquilized with one of these and relocated. Pete says they're usually taken 50 to 100 miles away, far enough that they shouldn't find their way back. In the meantime, though, no shock or alarms going off here.
We've never in the history of this state ever had an unprovoked bear attack. So it's not something that should be on the top of their list of worries.
You heard it from him. The bear hit on Oceana Boulevard today, sustained serious injuries and had to be euthanized. Remember, though, if you ever spot a bear, don't approach it. Call animal control, the police non-emergency line, or the Game and Inland Fisheries Wildlife Helpline, and that's 855-571-9003. Anita Blanton, 10 on your side.